What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the AM, guys. Welcome back to 5 Minute Rants. I'm your host, Michael Abernathy, and welcome back to the show predicated on the journey of life and business. So today, guys, I really want to talk about creating, and I really want to talk about just the process of creation. And I want to talk about two things, and I think we don't associate these two things together, but they're really important, especially when you're building something and when you're creating things. First, it was a quote that I heard. A friend of mine was telling me this, and I don't know where he heard it, so I apologize if not giving credit, but it's art is beautiful because of the rules. And I want to throw this out there that these two things, creativity and mathematics and science rules, they go hand in hand. And most people do not associate creativity with rules. They associate creativity with like free form, just flowing life and all these things. And it's not true. The structure, we don't, and I guess a better word for this would be structure. We do not associate creativity with structure, but it's the structure that actually makes creativity beautiful, okay? And this is true. So I grew up playing music. I have a deep history in music and a lot of things like that. And the whole reason why music exists and why people are actually able to play with each other in a band, if you don't know music, the whole reason why any of it is actually functional and why it takes something so ethereal and chaotic and then allows it to be unified and come out orderly is because of the structure. Because you can play anything, anywhere, anytime, but there's actually structure for creating things that sound beautiful. It's not just this ethereal, like, wow, all this chaos just produces beauty. It's actually not true. It's the structure, the rules that produce beauty. There are formulas for what notes should be played, in what timing, in what order, and all these things to create different melodies and sounds and beauty. It's the same thing with painting. It's the same thing with actually producing in business. Like, you want to build business. And I've said this before, there are no rules. There are not, because we think of business as structure, and it's true. But then as a result, we just lose all the creativity and imaginativeness. And you need both. You can't have daytime without nighttime. It's just not going to work. There's this dichotomy of things in life that work together to produce what we have. And it's so important. Leonardo da Vinci said to develop a complete mind, you have to study the science of art and study the art of science. And you have to learn how to see. And if you think about that, it's amazing, because the whole point of that is you're looking at how the world connects with itself and the structure of how the world operates. Things that seem chaotic are actually not very chaotic at all. There's order, there's decency, and it's the same thing with music. And when you're creating something, your goal is to go from just, wow, anything and everything to producing structure. And if you are in structure and need to create something new, you've got to remove yourself momentarily from the structure to then produce whatever you're trying to produce. This is one of the reasons why a lot of businesses don't change, because they are so founded in their current structures. It handicaps them in order to be fluid. Andrew and I talked about this when we first started business. There's a Bruce Lee quote that says, you must be fluid like water. Water takes shape to anything and everything as it flows. And it's so true. But if you look at water, you look at the chemical properties, and you look at the makeup of how water reacts and what it does from surface tension and all these things, there's such a high level of structure that allows water to be fluid. And if you're not careful, water will become chaotic. And this is really how work happens. This is how life happens. There's so much chaos, and our goal is to provide structure. And when we're in too much structure, our goal is to liberate and to allow freedom of movement and fluidity. And if you don't have a balance of those two things, you're not moving forward as a business or a company to be fluid, to change and grow, and to facilitate growth in people and in the business itself. And so I'm saying this, just going to say this quote again, art is beautiful because of the rules. Well, anyways, guys, I'm out of time, so I'll catch you later. Peace.